So over the last 2 to 3 months, I've lost about 22 pounds. I'm here to tell you how. If you want lasting results in fitness, the single most important idea is consistency. The best programs and tools will not help you if you cannot stick with them. Rather than chasing every trend and tiny optimization that's out there, every little thing that you can do, every fad, everything you see on TikTok, you want to focus on the small set of habits that actually move the needle in the right direction. Think of your approach as built on 3 main pillars. Master the essentials in each of these areas, and you'll go much further and get much more return for your effort than by researching every minor detail and trying to stick with every fad you see out there. First, nutrition. Keep it simple and practical. Base most of your meals on whole, minimally processed foods, lean proteins, a wide variety of vegetables and tubers like potatoes and sweet potatoes, and whole fruits. Stick with those things, you'll do much, much better. These foods tend to be more filling for fewer calories, which helps you control the intake without needing to obsessively track every calorie you put in your body. Choose ingredients that are close to how they grow in nature and steer clear of the heavily processed products and junk food. That's what I did, and it has helped me tremendously. That doesn't mean perfection or that you can never have any treats or enjoy any kind of food. It means making the bulk of your diet being things that will help provide nutrition and help satiate you much longer, keep you feeling like you're not starving to death. When you do that, weight management becomes less about strict rules and more about consistent choices that are easy to maintain over the months and years. Again, this isn't about restriction and trying to make you miserable. It's about trying to do things that you can actually scale and continue through your life. Next, let's talk about movement. And this is not just your exercising and things that you should be doing every day. We're going to break this into 2 practical layers. The first is everyday activity and non-exercise movement. This is super critical. Walking, taking the stairs, doing chores, staying on your feet a majority of the day instead of sitting for hours on end. These things add up. A common benchmark that people use is roughly about 10,000 steps per day, but the core idea is to move more than you currently do. Small increases in daily activity improve your energy expenditure, mood, overall health without requiring extra gym time. This is what I do. I try to make sure I get 5,000 steps before lunch, whether that's getting up every hour and going to walk for 10 or 15 minutes, take a phone call for work on your mobile, doing things like that and getting that in. And by the end of the day, you want to have about 10,000 steps of non-exercise. I know it's tough, but this is where I've seen a major shift in my weight. The second layer is intentional strength training. You want to aim for roughly 3 sessions per week of about 30 minutes each. These don't need to be elaborate routines. You want to focus on compound movements that work multiple muscle groups all at once. Exercises like squats, deadlifts, presses, rows, pull-ups, or their scaled versions deliver the most benefit for building strength, preserving muscles, and improving metabolic health. If you use weights, progressively increase resistance over time. If you prefer doing body weight exercises, progressively make movements harder and add more volume. The key is regular, progressively changing sessions, not perfectly optimized workouts or fancy gadgets. Recovery. This pillar is often underestimated, but it is extremely essential. This is what I'm working on now. I focus more on recovery than I do workouts. Workouts are given, but recovery, and I track it with my Garmin every night. This Enduro 3, track everything, all my stats. I'm making sure that I'm getting really good sleep at night. So you want to make sure that sleep is, you're aiming for at least 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep most nights and keep a consistent bedtime. You see, good sleep supports muscle recovery, hormone balance, appetite regulation, and cognitive performance. And you want to be ready every single day to exercise. And if you're not recovered, if you're tired, it's going to hurt your progression. You're not going to progress. You're going to see diminishing returns. So that is why recovery is just as important as your nutrition and your working out. It really is an equal part to all of it. So make your sleep environment supportive, cool, dark, and quiet, and avoid heavy meals, late caffeine, or alcohol close to bedtime because they will disrupt your sleep. I've cut out alcohol altogether because I have noticed even when I have 2 to 3 drinks, casual here and there, it destroys my sleep. While I will sleep the same amount of time, I do not get quality sleep, and quality sleep is what is restoring you. And if you're not getting that, you're doing all of this for nothing. Sunlight and circadian rhythm support are another important part of this recovery. Try to get some direct sunlight on your skin for at least 20 to 30 minutes a day, ideally in the morning, and again later in the afternoon or early evening when possible. Natural light exposure helps regulate your internal clock and support vitamin D production, both of which influence energy levels, mood, and sleep quality. And I'm going to go ahead and throw this one in here. Don't overlook social recovery either. Strong, positive relationships reduce stress, they improve mental health, and they help you stick to healthy habits. And they really help with accountability. If these are people that are also into the same things as you, they'll ask about how you're doing, and it might make you a little nervous. You may need to have a good answer as to why you're not doing what you're supposed to do. All of this is super important. So whether it's a regular time with friends, family, or participating in group activities like hiking or social connections, that these things aid in long-term resilience and well-being. And if you're not doing well up here, exercise can get you most of the way there, but social aspect of all of this is super important. I think that's why so many trail runners are similar with our background and why we're so drawn to the trail and ultra scene, because it is a very welcoming, very kind, and just awesome scene for people who are looking for that type of environment. You don't need to spend hours a day on exercise, and you don't need to have an exhaustive supplement stack or one precise macronutrient ratio to see progress. These things can help marginally for some people, but for most, they're just distractions that make consistency even harder when you're trying to control all of these pillars and things and things you see on TikTok and all this stuff. Like, you can't take it all in. You need to get really good at one or two things and be successful, and then keep building that base that you're trying to build. And then you can take on new things when you can consistently do these things. So instead, invest your time in the 10% of actions that produce about 90% of the results. Regular whole food meals, more daily movement, a handful of strength sessions each week, and reliable sleep and sunlight every single day. That's going to help you. Consistency compounds. Small, steady improvements accumulate into major changes over months and years. If you dial in the fundamentals and make them habitual, you'll create this foundation that allows occasional indulgences. That's where I'm at right now. I've done really well for months and months and months and months. You'll be able to help with travel. You'll be able to travel and enjoy yourself and not feel like you're shackled to this thing you've started. It'll get you through these busy periods and life's ups and downs without losing progress. That's where we all struggle. We can hang on for a little while, but then life takes over. So in short, focus on the basics, be patient, make them part of your routine. And over time, these steady choices will produce lasting results. I'm still on my journey, and I'm super excited where it's going. And if you're excited to start your journey, or you're on it right now and you want to join along, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you can follow along with what I'm doing. I am down about 22 to about 24 pounds, just depending on where I am during the day after a meal. And I'm hoping to drop another 5 to 10 pounds. This is a hard racing year for me. I am training my butt off, and I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see another video on some tips and tricks on how to handle a lot of this training stuff, go ahead and click right here. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.